Hello students, let's continue our chapter The Mother's Day. We are at the conversation of Mrs. Fizzle. Here we have completed that Doris enters left slowly looking the miserable. She is still wearing the wrap. Mrs. Pearson sits on the settee. Doris, who is feeling really very nervous and really feeling very uh, her heart had been broken by her mother, Mrs. Fizzle. Hello, Doris, dear. Doris, miserably. Hello, Mrs. Fizzle. Mrs. Fizzle, I thought you were going out with Charlie Spence tonight, because Mrs. Fizzle is the actually mother of Doris. She is truly the Mrs. Pearson insidely, and she knows very well that what is the planning of her daughter for tonight. That is why she is asking that you have to go to Charlie. Doris, annoyed. What's that to do with you? Mrs. Pearson, it means it's not your matter to be interfere here. Mrs. Pearson, stop that. Fizzle, no, it's all right. Pearson, it isn't all right. I won't have a daughter of mine talking to anyone like that. Now answer Mrs. Fizzle properly. Doris, or go upstairs again. Doris looks wonderingly and at her father. Mrs. Pearson, she is saying her daughter that she must talk to Mrs. Fizzle very respectedly. George, don't look at me. I give it up. I give it. It means to say मैं हार मान चुका हूँ. I just give it up. Mrs. Pearson, well, answer her. Doris, I was going out with Charlie Spence tonight, but now I have called it off. It means now she is not going with her boyfriend. Mrs. Fizzle, oh, what a pity, dear. Why have you? She is feeling very sad for her daughter. Insidely, Doris, with a flash of temper, because if you must know, my mother's been going on at the making me feel miserable and saying has got buck teeth and it's half-witted. Fizzle, rather bolder, to Mrs. Pearson. Oh, you shouldn't have said this. Pearson, Mrs. Fizzle, I will manage my family. You manage yours. George, ticking her off now. Are you Annie? Mrs. Pearson, they are waiting for you at the club. George, don't forget, and don't you start crying again, Doris. Mrs. Fizzle, getting up with sudden decision. That's enough, quite enough. George and Doris stare at the bewildered. And Mrs. Fizzle, she is getting up and saying that this is enough. It means to say both Doris and her father, Mr. George, are really very surprised to see why Mrs. Fizzle is just trying to make so much close to their family, and she is now behaving like that. She is the also the part of their family. To George, no, now listen, you two. I want you to have private little talk with Mrs. Fizzle. She correct herself hesitantly, and then with Mrs. Pearson. So I will oblige if you will leave us alone for a few minutes. I will let you know when we have finished. Go on. Please, I promise you that you won't regret it. There's something here than that only I can deal with it. Okay, George. I'm glad somebody can cause, so I can't come on, Doris. George is happy that there is someone inside the room with whom Mrs. Pearson is talking very politely. That is why they are leaving the room right now. George and Doris exist, and as they go, Mrs. Fizzle moves to left of the small table and sits. She eagerly beckons Mrs. Pearson to do the same thing. Mrs. Fizzle, we must change back now. We are really must. Mrs. Fizzle, it means it is Mrs. Pearson. She is requesting, and she is telling in a very hard manner. Now it is the rather right time to change our spirits again. It is too much. Pearson, why? Fizzle, because this has gone far enough. I can see they are all miserable and I can't bear it. She is feeling really very sad for the members of her family, because they are really very helpless in this situation. Mrs. Pearson, a bit more of same would do them good, making a great difference already. She moves to right of the table and sits. Fizzle, no, I can't stand any more of it. I really can't. We must change back. Hurry up. And please, Mrs. Fizzle, well, if you insist. Yes, I do. Please, 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 please. Mrs. Fizzle requesting. She stretches her hands across the table eagerly. Mrs. Pearson takes them. Mrs. Pearson quite now relax. Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Fizzle stare at each other, muttering exactly as before. Arastata dum, Arastata lam, Arastata the lamder bona. It means these are some magical words told by Mrs. Fizzle so that they could able to change their spirits again, and they carry out the same action as before, going lax and then coming to life, but this time of course they become their proper personalities. Now the lady who is Mrs. Fizzle, actually she is Mrs. Fizzle, and the lady who is Mrs. Pearson, now actually she is Pearson. Mrs. Fizzle, ah well, I enjoyed that. Pearson, I didn't. Mrs. Fizzle, well, you ought to have done. Now listen, Mrs. Pearson, don't go soft on them again, else it will all have been wasted. It means she has really tried her best to make the mind of their family members change at the behavior of their own. So she is just requesting and telling to Mrs. Pearson, don't be so soft with them and just try to make them realize that what should they do with you. Pearson, I will try not to. Mrs. Fizzle, they have not had as long as I would like to have given them another hour. Too rough treatment might have made it certain. Okay, Pearson, I'm sure they will do better now, though I don't know how I'm going to explain. She is really embarrassed because now what will she do? How will she explain in front of her family member what would gone with him? She started to smoking suddenly, she started to drink suddenly. What happened with her? Severely, don't you start any explaining or apologizing, or you have done for with spirit. It's all right for you, Mrs. Fizzle. After all, they are not your husband and children. Mrs. Pearson is really strict now because now she is very fed up with the instructions of Mrs. Fizzle. Finally, she said that it's my family and I know how to handle them. Please, it's not your family, and it's not your Mr. George is not your husband, and the children, they are all mine. So please, you leave. Fizzle, oh, now you listen to me. You admitted yourself you are spoiling them, and they didn't appreciate you any apologize, any explanations, and you will be straight back where you were. I'm warning you, dear. Just give them a look, a tone of voice, and now again to suggest you might to be tough with them if you wanted to be any taught to work any how we can test it. It means to say now you will not become soft hearted to them. You must be very strict, very hard to them, so that what had been done by Mrs. Fizzle will be continue. If you will continue make your behavior as same as Mrs. Fizzle done. These are the instructions of Mrs. Fizzle before leaving the room of Mrs. Pearson's. Students, we will continue tomorrow. Goodbye.